Hello again, my lovelies. Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to the Paw Your Way Into Our Hearts collaboration that I do every month with the lovely Miranda Weber, where we just basically do layouts about our pets, right? So these are some of, I'm working my way through all of my old printed photos, and actually I only have one container left. And we have Old Man Gizzy Dog here, so this was before his haircut and after his haircut. This is when he was Cone Dog, because he kept scratching and he was getting hot spots. So once we got that healed, he got a haircut, and then we medicated his little hottie spot areas. But I am not using an animal. Recently just went through all of my collections that I have, and there are so many that I have played with just a little bit. Like, I've got the ones all sorted that are mostly used for Stash Smash Saturday and all of my other random stuff for my random ones. But I have so many of these collections that actually have a ton left, right? So, to be fair, when I bought this collection, I actually thought it was a Christmas collection. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest, and I don't know why I thought that, but I did. And it's not. So, it's Let's Lumberjack by Echo Park, and it's very boy, So I still have, and I have a ton of this left. I have a lot of the chipboard accents. I have a lot of the ephemera left. I'm not sure why that's in there, but I'm sure there's a purpose for myself. I have some scraps. I actually have my Real Red Stampin' Up! Cardstock. Not even sure if I'm going to use that. Didn't even know it was in here. We've got pretty much the entire sticker sheet. There's just a few pieces missing. More scraps. So, seriously. And then all of the pattern paper. So these are good ones. They cut apart, but I love the plaid, so I know I'm going to use the plaid. We've got the feathers with a busy background, so we'll definitely use those in moderation. Another plaid, definitely going to use the plaid, not the busy side. A constellation sheet, and then a busy side, definitely going to use the constellation. This beautiful, what do they call that? Shiplap looking element, and then cut apart's going to use the shiplap. And I even have cardstock in here in all of the gray tones, like the smoke tones. So what? So that's what I'm going to use today to scrap about Giz and see if I can get some of this stuff used up. And then eventually this will probably become a Stash Smash Saturday. But this is what we're getting into now, because I'm using up all of the smaller collections and all of that stuff. And then I'm left with little used, kits, collections that I've barely touched. Because it was like, well, I don't know if I like this. Do you know what I mean? So, let me go ahead and get a plan, sort some of this stuff out, get some pictures cut down, figure out what we're going to do. And then I'll be right back to start working on the layout. Alright, so I have taken my before and after haircuts of Old Man Gizzy. I've matted them in that red cardstock. This piece right here, I'm going to fussy cut. I know, crazy. I've got some cardstock base. So, we're going to use just a smidge of mixed media to jazz it up a little bit. This is the Crafters Workshop Mini Sketch Grid. And there is the SKU number. And this is from A Cherry on Top. I'll have my affiliate link down below if you want to pick that up. So basically, what we're going to do is we're just going to align them like this, because it's not something I do often. And they're going to go right in that area, and what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to take some mixed media here, here, and then, it's just how it's going to go. So I'm going to use this stencil. need one of my fun pins. Hopefully this will show. Just so that whoa. What I do is I'm taking my pin and I am just drawing a line where the photos will go. So that is just for me so I don't waste time putting mixed media under there. And we're going to use the Heidi Swapp Color Shine. Nope. The Heidi Swapp Metallic Texture Paste in black. And we are just going to squeeze it right onto my palette knife. Now this palette knife is just a plastic one. I get it from, this is a Ranger, and I get it from close to my heart. Alright, so we want this to kind of come just like so. And I'm just going to spread it out, and I'll keep adding more. This is not something that can go back in the bottle. So, and then we want to pick it up, hopefully. And we're just going to get a little bit of texture here and there on the page. So this is a thick one with a very small grooves, which means that it's not going to bleed as bad as you would think. Now this is going to be a bit metallic-y. When it dries. Oh no. Oh, I was afraid I messed that up, but I didn't. And then you're going to get a little bit of the print from the other side. And then I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to come in with another layer in, I think, silver, just to kind of bring it all together, because this is a dark charcoal background paper there. Alright. So then we're just going to fill it in. I'm going to go a little bit more in this area, and then a little bit more here, or probably just, you know, kind of more here to connect it a little bit with the silver, and then just a tad more over there, and maybe some out here, just to kind of fix it up. But we've got to let this dry before we apply a stencil back on it. So I'm going to go ahead and go clean this, and I'm going to do the other color, and when it's all dry, we'll come back and work on the layout. Alright, so I forgot to hit record. I apologize. I splattered the holy bejesus out of this as well. I came in first with my Delusions ink spray in white linen, splattered it up, pulled out my go-to gloss spray by Dina Wakley in white, and then we came in with my Chroma Mist from Brutus Monroe in white, Shimmer Mist by Brutus Monroe in pearl. And then I thought, and the Shimmer Mist, I made the streaks all over the place, so like those. And then I was like, what else can I add? So I pulled out my Locomotive Surface Spray by Brutus Monroe, because it's a bit of a bluish black. And then I came in with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in black. And last but certainly not least, ink spray in Black Marble, right? So this is very wet and very messy. But let me give you guys a little bit of a close-up so you can see all the different textures, and they're all wet, so they're all kind of mixing. But I love it. So we're going to have Old Man Gizzy's going to go right there in the middle of this monstrosity. I'm thinking about doing a white sketchy line with my G2 gel pen in white. But this is all going to have to dry, so this is going to take quite some time, right, to dry up. Yeah, but that's kind of fun. I did get a great portion of that paper cut, fussy cut up. This is all I have left. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this to the side. We're going to let it dry, and we'll come back and complete the layout together. I apologize for not hitting record on the splatter because that was a lot of fun. I've got to clean this mat, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're all dry. We need to get the pictures of Gizzy on. I am going to go ahead and pop it up on some foam because it's like my favorite thing to do. I'm just using some regular old Fun Foam. I'm just going to stick that down. Alright. So our photos are going to go there. And now we need to come in with a whole bunch of these fun embellishments. So first I'm going to start with let's just get the picture stuck down, right? So I'm going to go ATG and liquid adhesive as well, just to make sure, because we do have a lot of mixed media back there. Plus the Fun Foam always doesn't really want to play nice. I want to make sure I cover up all of those lines, get that stuck down, and then, alright, so let's find all the weird corner or half pieces first, so I can use those, and I'll just tuck everything under. I've been using my Craft-A-Clock cut aparts, things that I cut apart, and those are like double-sided, so I just always feel like everything should be double-sided now, right? So we're just going to tuck a few of these guys down there, and we're going to go, since everything is kind of going in a diagonal that way, I'm going to go in a diagonal this way because it's very busy, so I tend to do lots of diagonals. Alright, so a couple of these I want to cut apart. All the fussy cutting lately, though, my hand is like a little on the sore side, right? Because I've been doing a lot. Alright, so I'm going to get that one there. And we're going to put one there. Kind of just a little bit of a cluster there, and then here. We want to get some full ones on as well. And some of these really fun wonky ones. I'm just going to tuck in a few places outside of my little diagonal, right? So just jazz it up a bit. Add some of these fun little wonky, guys. Alright, we might come back in with these, but for now, we're going to set them to the side and see. We're going to trim off all these little extras. I absolutely love making mixed media backgrounds. Do you guys make mixed media? Do you dabble? I know many of you have taken my mixed media classes, and I'm getting ready to do another one at the end of May, but it's going to be more of a go-to design plus mixed media, and just kind of showcasing more scrapbooking techniques that I do. I am by no means an expert. I just really like to play and learn and figure things out. Alright, so I'll do Adventure as my middle name. And I think we're just going to put that one right there. You're just asking for problems. Oh, I don't want that one on there. That really stuck. We're going to put this right here on the photo. I like to put things on the photo as well. We'll do this little lumberjack guy. Let's go ahead and just start layering some of these items in. Let's do the bear. Potentially get him stuck there. And because this is like, you know, my dog's layout, there can be no rhyme or reason for why I am tucking things in, which does make me a little happy. I feel like we need just a bit more of the wooden elements down here as well. Just kind of come in, and there you go. All right. Let's stick the little happy trails right up there. And a little kind of just tuck that under. Let's see if there's any of these that I can get on here. I don't know. Fun little layout. I'm sorry, I'm not speaking, I'm like thinking, because I really don't want to just add random things on, even though this is kind of random, but at the same time, I do want it to have a purpose. I do like to make my layouts look decent. We'll get this guy down and just hold him for a minute. And then this little arrow. Kind of line him up down here. Now I'm adding extra adhesive on my chipboard for obvious reasons. They don't stick. I'm going to tuck in this little guy right here. Another little bear. And I'm going to put another little arrow right over here. Mostly because there was only a few of them, so I kind of want to keep them looking the same. I also want to take my G2 gel pen in white, and we're just going to, this is a mess, so whenever I have a mess, and I'm going to go slow because I can actually write right on top of everything, but when I have a mess, I feel like it needs to be contained with a border of some sort, right? So we're just going to add that. I'm not going to go over anything other than the mixed media. Very slowly, and if you just hold your wrist and arm straight and just slide, it's kind of giving a cool pattern. My lights are a little messed up, aren't they? You just see how the pin, nothing is moving, I'm just pulling my arm back. And you can get a pretty decently straight line. Like once I start to go faster, it does tend to not be straight anymore, but it's supposed to be a wonky, sketchy line, right? It is one of my favorite things to add. And so I always have matching colors, and these G2 gel pens are awesome. Alright, so I feel like we can, yep, we're going to get this little banner piece on there as well. He was my boy, other than Sam. Whoa, whoa, he was my boy. Alright. We might be able to come in with some of these crystal dots because I want to use them up first of all. And why not, right? So we're going to do 3, and then we're going to go to 2s because I'm out of all the big ones. And then we'll just add 1, 2 there, because I mean, it still can be pretty. It doesn't have, just because it's a boy layout doesn't mean it can't be pretty. And one more set. And then I just have 2 of these little guys, so I'm just going to pop them in somewhere, right? Because why not? So we only have 2, so what else am I going to use them? Alright, so you guys, so don't forget to go check out Miranda's videos, see what kind of lovely layout she did about, I believe she always does one about Asher Basher, but she might surprise us and throw something else in there. But this is all about our puppy dogs, and it's a collaboration that we just get together once a month and do a fun layout about our dogs. So let me give you a close-up of all this fun mixed media. Very messy, very fun, very living the dream there. And I absolutely love it. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today and watching the video. And I will check you later with another video. Remember to always be kind. Bye for now.